Fabulous teacher character, my good man. That first comedian was good, wasn't he? Talked about being a matlow, about being gay, and about being in the Navy. I joined the Navy 27 fucking years ago. Just wants to come and destroy my entire career and reduce it to liking dick. I've only liked one dick my entire life. That one. And recently I'm the only one in my marriage that actually does fucking like it. And as I arrived on stage, I realised the people in the front row are asking themselves, Irish, what the fuck are you wearing on your feet? And for those of you that cannot see, I will hold them up. These were a gift from my wife. Yeah. Can you imagine the fake face I had to pull when I pulled these out of the box? I got a promotion at work. My wife seen these shoes and she thought, you're from a council estate in Belfast. It was about a pair of really nice slippers. I was like, how much do these things cost? And she said 600 quid. I was so fucking angry. I missed the part where she said per shoe. And just think there are women in here, because men don't know what this means. They are genuine Cristiano Louboutins, and I shit you not, I've only ever seen slippers like these on high-class women in porn movies. The irony that the most expensive thing I own is a pair of MILF slippers. She did have the audacity, but recently she said to me, so we're going to Belfast tomorrow for a wedding, she says, you should take the slippers, show people how well you're doing. I mean, it's not an e-capping offence, but someone will remove them from me and beat me with them. I call that lady Mum. Unlike the lady at the back, I didn't have IVF, so I do have a surprise baby, baby number 3, and I tell her that she was surprised every fucking day. Because that child is a nightmare. I have 3 kids, my eldest is autistic. She does not think I am funny. I have shown her videos of me doing this, of people laughing. She has laughed at that. I stand up and I turn around like the expectant dad I am, and she just goes, no, and just walks out the fucking room. My son keeps getting me in trouble. Over the weekend, because I'm going home, I was having a chat with one of my mates from Belfast, and you know when you do that thing, you have a few beers on Saturday night, we were talking for like 2 hours, and at the end of that chat, I hung up, and you know you don't realise that kids are like sponges and they're listening. My teenage son said to me, hey Dad, what's a wank bank? Now there are people in this room that probably know what a wank bank is, but just in case you don't, you're a very attractive lady. This is how this works, right? Before mobile phones and magazines and all that shit, what we had to do is I would look at you, which I am definitely doing right fucking now, and then I just go, click. You're in the white bank now. So around about midnight tonight, if you feel your fanny fluttering, that's me. So I got a phone call from the fucking school about that. Because I told them about doing it. I got a phone call about 3 weeks ago. Now, I don't really do dark humour, but this is a bit of a dark joke. Are you happy for a wee dark joke? Yeah. Right, so I was doing a bit of writing. I'm not into the dark joke, and I was like, that's one for a comedic mate of mine. He asked me, I'd had a couple of drinks, so I told him what the joke was. Then he's in World War II lessons in history, and the teacher says to him, Caelan, talk to me about Anne Frank. And he took this as the opportunity to repeat that joke, and this is what he said. He said, well, it's a shame her parents weren't the McCanns. And she was like, what? Well, then the Nazis would never have found her. I got a phone call about that one as well. My youngest, my accidents, is actually my favourite child. She is very, very funny. She wanted the TikTok. My wife was not sure she was responsible enough for the TikTok. She's only 10. My wife went to the shops. I gave her the fucking TikTok. I have never been more wrong about something as fast in my entire fucking life. She sat down, she watched the TikTok. She comes up to me and she says, Dad, use the box, show me how to throw a punch. And I spent 5 minutes. I got it real snappy. And she went, great, high five. Goes to high five me. Slips the high five, punches me straight in the balls. I work from home, I'm cross-legged on the chair, one ball at the top, the other ball at the ball sandwich, straight into the fucking chair. Man, you fucking know this. I don't know why, I've done biology. why your ball sack is connected directly to your lungs, because you lose the ability to breathe. I rolled out of the chair, I'm in the fetal position, fucked. I crawled to the toilet because I wasn't ready to walk, and I get in there, and this is how it works, man. It's how it works. You don't want your balls touching anything, so you just sit there, wide-legged as fucking possible. You just do, man. This is what you look, and then your balls are just dangling. And every now and again, you're like, I'll just have a little fit. Yeah, the fuck is still there, and it's bad. And eventually, 20 minutes later, I hear my wife coming back. I get up and I go, I just gotta go admit to being wrong. And as I get to the living room, I hear, hey, Mum. High five. It was too soon. I tried to run. I was giving it one of them. It was bad drills. But I got in, and then it turns out the funny bone, that's connected to the lungs as well, because my wife was in the fetal position. But my daughter didn't realise that these two things are not two things that you punch. Not that hard. She cracked her wrist. So we're like 10 minutes later, we're in the doctor's office, and I've got 4 nurses looking at me going, so Mr. McMahon, how did your daughter hurt her wrist? And I was like, fuck, she fell for a bike, I practiced her on the way down. What I actually said is she punched her mum in the fanny. Out loud to a room full of people. And then this nurse looks at me and just goes, TikTok. And goes on to explain that loads of kids are coming in with wrist problems because of it. And because I think I'm funny, out loud I went, it's a pandemic. By this point though, my wife, she's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. She's going, I'm going to take Saoirse in and I'll get checked out. When she gets checked out, she comes out, she says, I've got some bad news for you. No sex for 3 months. You know what she had, man? Deep clitoral tissue damage. All of you that have ladies, just feel that, just feel the clitoris, just feel that deep now, deep. So I was like, I'm in the Navy. I'm in the Navy. I've not had sex for 3 months before. However, I was fucking furious. I have been banging that fanny for 15 years. Not so much as a fucking bruise. I've been at that thing like an angry woodpecker. Nothing. It was on that day that I found I had less punching power than a 10-year-old girl. I'll leave you this. I've obviously got a strong accent. No doubt some of the people in this room do. And anybody who has a strong accent, if you leave home and you phone back, that thing comes on, fit your nodding, Wantk girl. What's your accent? What realism? Where are you from? Oh, glorious. Oh, I've got it north. I'm going to love this. So, the accent comes on quite strong, but I never thought about that the other way around. I'm an officer in the Royal Navy. All of my friends went to Eton and Oxford and all that shit. So I'm in Belfast, in the same council estate I grew up in. And I walk through in my brother's living room, and I take a phone call from a mate. And as I'm talking to another officer in the Royal Navy, my fucking voice is going the other way. I'm going, well, it's a bit esoteric, a bit nefarious. We'll talk about it on Monday. La-di-da. La-di-da. That's all my brother heard. La-di-da-da-da. And he's fucking furious looking at me. And I'm hanging up the phone going, you alright? And he goes, when did I get a posh prick for a brother? And I looked at my wife and I was like, come on now, you tell him I'm not a posh prick. And she just went, ask him what he had for breakfast. What I had for breakfast was some poached egg, some smashed avocado, and little shavings of smoked ham. And my brother dead ass looks me in the eye and just goes, what a cunt, and walks out the room. But Dad was there, he didn't say anything, just stood up and followed him out. I was fucking devastated. I was doing the council estate I grew up in. I sat down on the chair. I was like, I am not a posh prick. I'm not a posh prick. And I looked down, and all I could see were these fucking tears. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an Irish.